I love a good paper planner, and I am a big fan of all things analog. But when it comes to creating my vision board for the year, it may surprise you that I do it all digitally. Because for me, a vision board is doing its job best when it's not hidden away on a journal page I forget to revisit, but readily visible everywhere on my phone, my desktop background, and yes, my planner too. Designing a digital vision board is surprisingly easy, and I'm going to walk you through the process from start to finish, starting with an introduction to my best friend, Canva. I am not exaggerating when I say Canva is my best friend. I use it for everything. It has become much more popular since I first started using it years ago, so you may already be familiar with it, but a quick tutorial if you are brand new. You can create a design on any size canvas, and there are templates available in Canva for you if you want to start with something already existing rather than starting from a blank page. And when you type in vision board, I just wanted to show you some of the inspiration that you could use and some of the templates that you could start with if you want to have a fun look, if you want to have a minimalist look. There is something there for everyone just to get you started. The tools I use the most are the elements, the text to add quotes or titles, and then there also is an uploads section where you can add your own images, either ones you take or ones you find on the internet. And then under elements, there are different tools within that as well. There are shapes, there are graphics, and there also are additional photos, so you don't even have to go outside of Canva to find great images. Once you have identified your goals and are ready to design your vision board, you are going to create a new project and select your canvas size. There are pre-built in sizes, but I went with a custom size of 4 inches by 7 inches to fit my B6 planner. I then open the Elements panel in the toolbar and start typing in my goals into the search engine to find photos. You can type your exact goal, like writing a novel, or you can look up things related to your goal, like typing the end of your novel if you want something even more specific. When you find an image you like, all you have to do is click on it and it will be added to your canvas. And then you can click and hold to move it around. You can drag the corners to expand the size as you figure out the layout that you want for your vision board. And sometimes it's just about finding that one image that is going to be the star of the show. And in my case, that is this image. I was created to create. That idea really gets at the core of what I'm trying to achieve this year. And so I knew it was going to be the centerpiece of my vision board. Now, one really cool feature of Canva is that you can change the core colors of an image. So you could see that I didn't really like the bright yellow of the original image, so I was able to change it to a warmer brown that will go better with the rest of the vision board. I then moved my image that says, "What's your story?" to the top. I thought that was kind of a nice introduction to the rest of the board, sort of asking the question of what is going to be the story of this next year. Some tools you will see me use again and again are rounding the corners of my photos. I also really enjoy removing the background of photos. That is so easy to do in Canva and is a great way to turn photos into more die-cut style images. And you'll also notice that I'm using a lot of my own photos as well. If you have goals centered around things in your life, like your family, or even a photo of you at the gym, I think that is so much more motivating. I also change the position of my photos quite often so that I can layer them, some in front, some in back. And how you layer your photos really adds to that collage feel of a vision board. Now, sometimes I can't find photos in Canva that really suit what I'm trying to get across, so I'll turn to the internet or Pinterest and look for images on there. This bookcase is a beautiful example. Something I want to work on this year is really revamping my studio and doing some art projects. And I've specifically been dreaming of painting the sides of my bookcases in this sort of folk style. Another huge creative project that we are going to get underway this year is redesigning our kitchen and actually our bathroom as well. And I couldn't find a great cottage kitchen inspiration photo in Canva, so I found one in Pinterest instead that also still felt like it had good colors to match the rest of the aesthetic of the board. And again, then it's just a matter of playing and moving things around and trying different things. And as you are having more space, you can add more goals and maybe you have to size things down to fit them in. One thing I wanted to incorporate is also spending a lot of time with Jesus and God during this new year. And I found this image that I loved, except for the super bright neon highlighters. But with Canva, I could easily change the brightness of that highlighter color and make it suit my aesthetic and vision board. And this passage, which is about not worrying and being content, speaks again to some of my vision for this year. Something else I'm going to be doing this year that I'm very excited about is walking the Camino de Santiago in Spain. And if you're not familiar with this, it is a pilgrimage across Spain to Santiago. And I wanted to represent this on my board by having an image of Santiago, the destination, and then also the little trail markers along the Camino. And I also inserted a photo of me walking on a trail, not in Santiago, Spain, since I'm not there yet, but instead in Peru. And I was able to remove the background of those images and then make it a nice, fun, layered effect, very similar to how you would create a analog vision board where you're cutting out the photos from a magazine. You're just doing it digitally instead. One thing I really want to encourage you in is that it is never too late to start. I personally like to treat January as my prep month. It just isn't realistic for me to have everything ready to go at the start of the new year, but I can treat January like preparation for the next 11 months of the year. And that is important to remember, even if it feels like the year is already well underway, even if you're watching this 3 months into the year, there is so much time left. And really, the year markers are pretty arbitrary. You can start today wherever you are and just identify what is it you want to do with your one precious life. What are your goals? What are your dreams for the next 365 days? Or maybe you want to create a quarterly vision board and just identify what is your vision for the next 3 months of your life. What do you want to achieve? For me, a vision board isn't about manifesting. It isn't about putting images on a piece of paper and then they magically will happen. But it is about being intentional. It is about identifying what is your why. What is it you really want in life in just a small time frame, 3 months, 1 year, and finding a way to keep that as your North Star, keep it as your focus throughout the entire year. And when you feel a little lost, when you feel uncertain of what you should choose to do next, you can look back at your vision board and be reminded of what it is you said was most important to you for that time. And in my case, when I look at this vision board, I really do feel that I am reminded of my why. This year, I want to be focused on creating. I want to be creating more than I am consuming, and I want to be creating a life that brings me joy and peace and is focused on putting things out into the world. For this year, I've really been thinking about a mantra or prayer, which is I am creative, I am consistent, and I am content in Christ. That is my mission for the next year. And it also, I think, is really well summed up by this vision board and everything that I am trying to focus on. Yes, there are some additional focuses like working out and training for my big Camino trip, but ultimately, even that is about being consistent. Even that is about being content. And it all points back to this idea that I was created to create. So the final piece of my vision board is of course adding the year so I always remember what the time frame is that I was focusing on. And in this case, I originally thought I might put it in the center like I did last year, but then decided to put it at the top of the page. And so now it really is like the vision board is asking the question, what will your story be 2026? What will you bring? The final stage for my vision board was actually to add some digital stickers in a way. I looked for some journal ephemera and thought I might use all different florals to add a little bit of final touches to the vision board. But as you'll see, I ultimately decided to just stick with these really pretty little orange stickers throughout the vision board. And for me, it's just a nice way to visually tie the entire vision board together. It adds a little bit of personal style beyond the photos as well. And it's something you can change even seasonally if you wanted to. Again, that is the benefit of a digital vision board. So I could put snowflakes there for winter and then change it out for spring and summer. But in my case, I think I'm going to keep this all year long. I was really pleased with the final result. The final step for me is actually to put a block over it and choose a color that is sort of the aesthetic that I want to go to. It's like putting a filter on. So you can put a blue filter on or a slightly warmer filter on. And I just think it's a nice way to, again, kind of mute the colors and make it all really cohesive and blend together. And I have a few different versions, one where the filter is over everything, one where the I was created to create really pops above the filter, and then one without any filter. That's just an extra step I like to do. It isn't necessary, but I like the visual consistency of adding a filter. Congratulations, we have completed our vision board and now it is time to put it everywhere. And so I download my vision board as a PNG file. I like to size it up in terms of the quality. It stays the same size in terms of being 4 by 7 inches in my case, but it will be a higher quality. And then I download it to my phone. I also like to resize it. This is a feature on the paid version of Canva, so do be aware, but you can copy and paste your images over to another canvas if you want to do it that way, but the resize feature is really nice. So I was able to just resize it as a desktop background. You could add little post-its to it and maybe put a place for your goals and reminders that you could switch out every quarter. But I decided to just do mine as a blank background and download that for my desktop. And the nice thing about that is when I have That blank space, I then could use that on a Mac for some widgets. So I can have, my scripture of the day. I could have my calendar in that blank space, but my vision is right there, front and center too. And then finally, I wanted to print out a real life version of the vision board to add into my planner. And I like to print 2 to 1 page so that I can have one both for the cover of my planner and then one also inside of my planner as well in my opening pages. And so there you have it. It doesn't waste paper that way as well. And we have now an analog version of our digital vision board, which is great for those of us who, again, love paper planning, love crafting, and do enjoy a good sticker. So I print these out on sticker paper, and then all I have to do is put it right into the journal. And the most important place for me to have it is on top of my planner cover. I love the consistency of having year after year a vision board on my cover. It feels like you also are giving a theme to your year. And to keep it protected, I do put it in the clear cover from Sterling Ink, which is where my planner is from. It is a B6 Slim, and I am going to have a setup for the new year coming to you very soon. So do make sure that you are subscribed if you are interested in getting to see future planning and goal setting and also just paper crafting fun here too. Like I said at the beginning, I do a lot more paper and analog than I do digital, but the vision board is an exception. I hope that you are inspired to create your own vision board that you can print out and use all over. But if you want something that is more paper crafting focused, I do have a video from, I believe, 2 years ago that is creating a vision board in my faith planner. And I created this as a live stream, so it's super in depth. And I have printable stickers available on my Patreon that you can print out if you're interested in creating an analog style vision board. That also is available for you. So you can watch that video next or check out my latest video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.